Good afternoon, everybody. You're welcome to today's pre-match preview with myself, Mitch, here at the Fourth Official, ahead of tonight's big game, obviously at Ibrox against Lyon. The first night of Europa League action is underway at Ibrox today for the first home game of the season for the Europa League. Not a huge amount to obviously mention pre-match with respect to personnel and injured players returning. Fantastic news obviously coming out of the press conference yesterday that Mo Diamande will be available for selection tonight and that Ridvan Yilmaz is in fact fit but not quite ready for the match selection tonight. Who knows, we might see him over the weekend there. Going into the match, the manager very much was keen to stress obviously the disparity between both teams there of obviously in terms of squad value and summer spending there, with Lyon laying out over £140 million in players, including obviously 2 World Cup winners there versus obviously the £14 million that we have spent approximately over the course of this summer as well. It's going to be a big tough game against what will be indifferent opposition at the moment. Lyon are very much in a bit of a patchy run of form at the moment, but as we all know, the form book goes out the window when it comes to Europa League action and what that looks and what it doesn't look like. Some fantastic news obviously coming out of the club in the last couple of days there, though, with the reintroduction of Yanis Hadji back to the first team. Obviously not available for selection this evening, but will be back available for domestic duties. And probably a couple of tough calls for the manager to make tonight, including does he stick with James Tavernier at right back? Who starts at left back? Do we maybe potentially see, Big Casa coming back into the team at left back? Do we see Yefty going up the pitch to, onto the left wing? What does that midfield 3 look like there? Do we see Bajrami moving into his preferred 10 with Tierney on the right and, as I say, maybe Yefty on the left? Or do we see Bajrami on the left with Tom Lawrence in the middle? Sound off and let us know what your thoughts would be on the current, on the expected lineup for tonight. But I think it's going to be a real tough test for ourselves, but not one that we should be afraid of. We've come against similar opposition before. We've got the track record and we've got the stand-ins there to show. We've got the materials and we've got the minerals, to make a special night. And as always, Thursday nights under the lights at Ibrox, we're looking at what could be a very special evening tonight as well. But yeah, a few selection calls for the manager to make, about battling, obviously, about the upcoming fixtures as well as obviously the current fixture tonight there as well. Some big calls and some big names, and come with the hours, come with the men, as they say. Should definitely be looking to make tonight as big a night as successful, and you never know, as they say under those magic lights, you never quite know what can happen. Well, guys, make sure you tune into Patreon for the post-match reaction from ourselves, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and share the videos there. All right, I will see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.